Hello, my name is Felicia Petway, founder and creator of Paul's Heal Love Community, a community focusing on self-love and wellness using holistic tools and modalities. In this video, we are going to dive into your human design chart. Here is a brief overview of what human design is. It is a system of self-discovery, a journey of remembering and reclaiming who you are as an individual. Our human design chart is a picture of our highest potential, where we are perfectly designed for what we are here to do. Here is the quote for today's lesson. To know yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. So after you have visited Genetic Matrix and you input all of your birth information, you will see a body graph that looks similar to this one. The body graph and everything on your report is what makes you you. Your body graph is perfectly designed and you are needed in the world exactly as you are designed. Human design is a system of differentiation. We are all meant to be unique and different. There is no better or worse in human design. Taking an overview look at your chart, you see red and black, a body form, shapes within the body, symbols, numbers, arrows. Whew, it's a lot. I promise after this video series, you will have a better understanding of the human design system and your human design. So let's start with the colors. The red represents your unconscious, and that is typically 3 months before your birth. Now, being that it's unconscious, you may not recognize any of these traits in yourself. However, others may be able to see these traits within you. Now we look at the black part of your chart, and that represents your conscious self. And that is at the time of your birth. You will definitely recognize these traits within yourself more so than anyone else. The 9 shapes within your body graph, whether they're colored or white, are your centers. Colored centers are defined and represent the energy you radiate out into the world. These are the aspects of your personality that are true all of the time. White centers are undefined or open. These centers take in and amplify information and energy from others and the world around you. I also want to add that the energy in undefined centers is inconsistent because it changes depending on the people you're around. Now, again, as I stated, none of this is good or bad. It just simply is. The numbers within the body graph correlate to specific gates. There are a total of 64 gates. So you'll see the numbers along the side, and you'll also see the numbers within the centers of your body graph. And the numbers are specific gates. A gate is a door belonging to a center. Gates are potentials, energies, and resources. Black colored gates are your conscious resources. Red colored gates are your unconscious resources. When activated, colored red and or black, gates are stable, reliable forces of your uniqueness. If a gate is undefined or colored white, it is open and mirrors what's around you, and that's where the conditioning comes in. The gates are also associated with planets. This is the astrological aspect. Here is a chart showing most of the symbols. The planets have energies that will also influence the gate associated with it. Whichever channels are defined determines your type. Your type, strategy, and authority form the basis of the human design body graph. They are the foundational layer of knowledge you will need in order to understand your design. Each type has a strategy, your unique operating system, and optimal way of navigating the world. Each type is paired with an authority, which influences how you best make decisions. It's essential that you follow your type, strategy, and authority in order to work with your centers. Back to the body graph. Everyone's body graph is exactly the same. So this overview applies to every human design chart. The centers offer a world of information into who we are, what we may struggle with, and what our gifts might be. Each center processes a particular kind of energy. So starting at the top is the head center, and that is the center of inspiration and ideas. Moving down, right below the head, is the ajna or mind center. And that is where our certainty comes from. And it is also where we do a lot of thinking. As we move down below the mind, the ajna center is the throat center. And this is our center of communication, expression, and action. Right below the throat center is the G center. This is the center of self-love, identity, and our sense of purpose. Moving alongside of the G center is the heart, also known as the will center. This is where our willpower and our sense of value comes in. Back below the G center, right down below the G center, is the sacral center. The sacral center is our workforce and life force energy. This is also a sustainable life force energy. Moving right alongside of the sacral towards my right is the emotional solar plexus. And this center holds our emotions and our feelings. If we go back across the sacral towards the other center to the left of the sacral, that is the spleen center. This center is known for our survival, our intuition, fear, time, and it also houses our immune system. And then we move to the very bottom, and this is our root center. The root center is where we hold our adrenaline, our adrenal energy. It is also where we hold our motivation and our drive. The arrows are the variables of our design and dive even deeper into our chart. Variable describes how we are meant to take in, process, and filter information, and how this determines our perspective. Now, this is a more advanced aspect of human design, but I thought I'd share it with you just to give you a little taste of even more information about your uniqueness. So, in general, right facing arrows signify more passive feminine energies, fluidity, and flowing with life, meaning they're more unstructured. Left facing arrows are more structured, precise, and carry masculine energy. So the top left arrow has to do with not only how we best digest the food we eat, but also how we take in life, how we take in information, and how we best learn. The bottom left arrow has to do with the environments that help you thrive. Environment can be your physical space, but also can be your social media or even your mental space. The top right arrow has to do with your awareness, how you think, and how you process information. The bottom right arrow has to do with perspective and how we manifest. We are all done going over the parts of a body graph. The one main thing I want to stress as you dive into your human design is to start focusing only on your type, strategy, and authority more than anything else right now. It will take you some time to remember to live in alignment with these parts of yourself. These are the resources that were used for this presentation. And in the next video, we will dive into the centers and how a defined, undefined center may show up in your life. If you like this video, feel free to share it with your family and friends. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Sending you many blessings.